Hello 7th grade, thanks for watching. We're doing chapter 7-3, which is writing and then solving two-step equations. We're going to be given some words and we have to translate them into an algebraic expression. And then we're going to have to solve, and we're going to have to use two inverse operations for that to occur. The difference that I want to teach you today is that the minus means that we write it the way it appears. And I'll show you what that means. And if we're using subtraction in any other form other than the word minus, it actually appears in reverse order from the way that it is written. So let's look at my first example. Here's an example where I'm using subtraction. I have 5 less than 8 times a number is 19. I'm going to be using subtraction, and I need to translate it into an algebraic equation. And because I'm using subtraction, that's what less than means, and it's not the word minus, I have to write it in reverse order from what it appears. So we obviously have a 5, and 8 times a number means 8 times x. To translate it into an algebraic equation, the 8x comes first, and then we have 5 less than 8x. And it equals, that's what the word is always means an equal sign, it equals 19. So now I need to solve it. I translated 5 less than 8 times the number is 19. I translated it into an algebraic equation, and now I need to solve. And I'm going to use two inverse operations. My first inverse operation is adding 5. Whatever I do to one side, I need to do to the other. I will get 8x is equal to 24, and then I need to divide by 8 on both sides, and I'm running out of room here, so x equals 24 divided by 8, which is 3. So I solved 5 less than 8 times the number is 19, and the answer is x equals 3. My number is 3. Now here I'm using the word minus to show subtraction, and it's going to be written in the exact order as it appears. So this one is actually a lot easier because I'm using the word minus. So let me show what I'm doing here. I have 4 equals 6 minus twice some number. Twice some number. The word twice means 2 times some number, and I could use any variable for x here. So because I'm using the word minus, again it appears in the exact order as it is written. Here I used subtraction as well, however it was not the word minus, so I wrote it in opposite order. Notice the difference here. So let's solve this problem. I'm going to have to use two inverse operations. The first one is I need to subtract 6 on both sides. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. 4 minus 6 is a negative 2. 6 minus 6 is 0. It goes away. And I'm left with just a negative 2x on that side. Then I have to divide by a negative 2 on both sides of the equation. And negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, so I get x all alone. And negative 2 divided by negative 2 is also 1. So my answer is x equals 1. So again, the difference between minus and less than is shown in the way that we write the algebraic expression. Alright, let me write two problems for you to solve now. Alright, the first problem you're going to solve on your own is 4 plus 3 times a number is 18. That's your first problem to solve. 4 plus 3 times the number is 18. I'm not going to be using subtraction at all, so you can write it just the way it appears. The second problem you need to solve is 10 minus 3 times a number is 45. Again, I'm using the word minus for the second problem, and I'm going to write it exactly the way it appears. But just keep in mind that when I'm using subtraction, sometimes it appears in the opposite way. Thanks for watching. You're awesome. Ow!